right now on lap number 43. Strong run here for the 01 of Rabi. Terence Bernier, Fuller, Arbuthnot with Mario Claire in battle for that fifth position. David Hébert in the 124 following suit as well, as Terence trying to get closer to the 01 of Chris Rabi. Lap 45 in the books, 45 tours de complété dans cette finale. On s'approche de 50 tours. On rappelle, il y aura un arrêt au plus obligatoire au 75e tour de cette finale. Alors que les pilotes s'arrêteront aussi dans le droit avant. Ils auront 10 minutes pour faire des changements limités à leur voiture. Avec Rabi qui mène la balle sur Terence. On va surveiller Tim Fuller. Tim Fuller, un habitué des fins de course également. Lui qui pourrait surprendre comme il est habitué de le faire ici du côté de Cornwall. Présentement quatrième. 48 tours de complété pour Rabi. 48 laps in the books for Chris Rabi here. As they're getting closer to heavy lap traffic here. As this might a factor for the race leaders, with Chris Rabi still the leader, Terence inching closer to the race leader as we're getting to lap number 50. Rabi still in the lead.
Well, Chris Rabi at lap 50 still in the lead, but a whole bunch of lap traffic might come into play. Terence tucked right in behind in second. They're going to dive down to the inside of Lee Ladisser. Rabi up into the lap traffic. He puts a car between himself and Kerry Terence. Here comes Bernier in third. He's going to dive down to the bottom to try to avoid the lap traffic early on. Kerry Terence having a hard time with Lee Ladisser as Rabi goes back up to the top of the track. Rabi now with some lap traffic between himself and Kerry Terence. Still running that outside groove. Very quick at the top, and we'll be waiting to see if that top for line keeps getting pushed back any further, if there's going to be much left to ride, as everyone seems to be up there. Rabi dives down to the bottom. Kerry Terence out of shape, comes together with Bernier. Fuller dives to the inside. Timmy Fuller with a move down to the inside, almost picks up 2 spots. Now he's got a drag race down the front stretch with Kerry Terence. Tim Fuller was in 5th spot, went around Arbuthnot, and Bernier finds himself in 3rd, battling with Kerry Terence. Rabi's got some lap traffic between himself and the battling 66 of Terence and the 19 of Fuller. Timmy Fuller right there with Kerry Terence. That's the big battle now for second as Bernier sits back in 4th and watches the other 2 cars in front of him battle. Now Chris Rabi starting to set some distance between himself, Fuller, and Kerry Terence. He's got 3 lap cars now between himself and 2nd and 3rd. Now Fuller into the number 2 spot. He's around Ladisser. Kerry Terence hasn't been able to put the 88 in his wake for about 5 laps now. Here comes Timmy Fuller. He's now picking through the lap traffic. He's around the last car. That's Stéphane Lafrance in the 87. He's now trying to close the gap on the 01 of Chris Rabi. Rabi, the leader, down on the bottom. He's going to try to put 4 lap cars between himself and Fuller. Fuller on a mission, closing that gap as he closes on the back end of Chris Rabi. Rabi now down the front stretch, about a 4-car lead over Timmy Fuller as they come into 1 and 2. Past the flag stand this time, they're going to find themselves at lap 60. Chris Rabi continues to be your leader.
As they make their way into turns 1 and 2, Tim Fuller is starting to make his way to the back bumper of Chris Rabi. Kerry Terence overcooked it into turn number 2 and opens the door for Steve Bernier to slide on through. So Steve Bernier now up into the top 3 once again as they crank it down off of corner number 4. Meanwhile, lead battle continues down the back straightaway. The 0-1 of Chris Raby trying to fight through the traffic. He's on the top side of the racetrack, and Tim Fuller is right there with him as they head up into 1 and 2. Raby once again tries it through the middle. Fuller's got it wound up on the top side of the Speedway into turn number 3. They're chasing each other through turns 3 and 4. Fuller makes his own lane through the middle. Raby to the extreme inside lane. Traffic coming into play in this one as we work lap 63 as the 2 leaders work their way by. Meanwhile, Steve Bernier has cleared Kerry Terrance for the number 2 position, or number 3 position rather, as Kerry Terrance and Ryan Arbuthnot complete the top 5. Meanwhile, back up front to the race leaders. Fuller has taken the conservative line down around the bottom, but it seems to be a little bit faster. Here comes Raby up on that outside lane one more time as they work on the back bumper of Cale Robidoux and the 23 of Mike Stacy. Stacy gives way on the bottom. Cale Robidoux up on that extreme outside lane. Raby's going to have to make his way to the bottom to get by, and he will do just that. Wide job on the 46 of Cale Robidoux, but Robidoux fights right back, trying to get back by as they head into 1 and 2 one more time. 66 on the board, and the lead battle is heating up big time into turn number 3 and 4. Competition caution coming up in about 8 laps as Chris Raby, Tim Fuller leads the way down in front. Steve Bernier, Kerry Terrance, 3rd and 4th. Ryan Arbuthnot having a solid run so far as he holds the 5 spot as they make their way down into turn number 3. Our 2 leaders, Raby and Fuller, working it off the turn. 68 on the board. Still quite a ways to go in this 125 lap contest. Fuller continues to dig down on the bottom, but Raby's got that momentum going for him up on the top lane as he head into turns 3 and 4. Now Fuller eases up to the door on Chris Raby coming down the front straightaway. Raby able to hold the lead though. 69 in the books. Closing in on the competition caution. We'll go into lap number 70 this time by. And Raby and Fuller are making their way through traffic like it's nothing as Raby continues to lead.
5 tours avant l'arrêt au plus obligatoire ici avec Tim Fuller là, qui tente depuis plusieurs tours de prendre les commandes sur Chris Raby. Et on roule la ligne intérieure pour Fuller. Ça semble être payant de ce côté-ci. On vient prendre les commandes au tour 71 pour Tim Fuller. Et Raby n'a certainement pas dit son dernier mot alors que les 2 meneurs se sont vraiment distancés du reste du peloton avec Steve Bernier en 3e position. Fuller qui mène le bal avec Raby. Bernier, Terrance et Arbuthnot, le top 5. Steve Bernard sera surveillé également en 6e position. 73 tours de compléter dans cette finale de 125. Fuller qui a pris une bonne avance sur le reste du peloton aussi avec Raby en 2e, Bernier, Terrance et Arbuthnot. On viendra donner le drapeau jaune ici. Yellow flag is out for the competition. This will be the competition pit stop here in front of the grandstands. On aura l'arrêt au plus obligatoire ici devant la grande estrade. Drivers will have 10 minutes to do limited changes on the speedway on their cars here in front of the grandstands. You could already see all the pit crews slowly making their way in the staging lane. On voit là, toutes les équipes qui attendent patiemment la fausse grille pour se rendre avec leur équipement.
Well, Tim, Martin, I know we watched this many times, and I've said it to Tim off the air. I don't know if I've ever seen another driver as smooth through traffic on a slick track as Timmy Fuller is through this field.
He's, you know, the guy has raced forever. Ever since I could remember, he's been driving a race car, and he's been doing it for a living since 1995. And when you're a professional race car driver, you kind of get to know your craft a little bit, and that's what he's been doing. He's just he knows what to do at the right times. He knows when to push the car hard. He knows when to take it conservatively. And right now he's got a good enough car where he can be aggressive and be conservative at the same time. So it's dangerous when you have that combination.
Well, and he's got the car again that he can run top, middle, bottom, anywhere. He was even making a lane. He wasn't on the top, middle, or bottom. He was kind of in between that, and it's just so smooth. There's no panic, and as you mentioned, he comes out of nowhere, just pushes it whenever he feels like it. And we saw what he does when the big race is on the line. A couple of weeks ago, we had that monster paycheck, the biggest ever from Cornwall Motor Speedway, and he only needed a corner and a half to win it.
Yeah, about 100 feet, and that's all he needed to win 12,000 that day. And he's got a chance to pick up 5 here today if he can get the job done. But Chris Rappy's not done with him yet, that is for sure. He's going to put all kinds of pressure on the veteran. And don't count Steve Bernier out of this one as well. This competition caution is going to come into play here. Luke Whitaker, he is having his struggles here tonight, that is for sure. Luke Whitaker all the way back in the 14th spot right now. And Steve Bernier running in position number 3. So it's been a tough night for the man from Iroquois, and he's trying to defend this series championship. So we will see if the adjustments at the competition caution, and you look at this, it's going to be a big feeding time for the Elephants here as they come down on the front straightaway for the pit stop. So once all the motors are shut off, the area is deemed safe. 5 crew members carrying equipment needed for the stop will be allowed into the infield. There will be no motorized vehicles or carts, so whatever you can carry on your arms, between your teeth, on top of your head, whatever you got to do to get it out there, that can only be carried by hand. At the sound of the horn, 3 crew members plus the driver can access the track surface and service the car. All changes are permitted except fuel, gears, and ballast weight. Only 1 tire can be replaced on the car. On-track grinding of existing tires in the car is permitted. Any violations pertaining to the rule will result in a 1-lap penalty. 2-minute warning will be given for drivers to re-enter the car and be ready to go back to racing. Once the track and infield has been cleared, we'll resume the event. At lap 75, any car not ready at the final horn will have to go to the rear of the field or to the pits to make repairs. And, of course, it's at the discretion of the officials. Any car deemed unsafe following the stop will be instructed to attend the pit area for repairs. Track and officials and track crew will monitor the stop. Any violations will result in the competitor being put to the rear of the field and or penalized laps. And that is right from the race director. So that is the stipulation for this pit stop. Here they come.
Well, and when they get to the car that they're going to be working on, they're not allowed on the car yet. They're allowed 1 person to talk to the driver. The driver's allowed to walk, but not until we blow the horn are the rest of the crew allowed to work on the car. So they're...
Right there.
Way speed.
Mike, are you doctor this? Or yeah, doctor. I had it on. I just wanted to stand on the drop, the edge of the track, so I can see everybody from one end to the other side.
Ouais, j'ai désactivé mon micro pour voir si c'était ça.
Yes, you're well. Everybody else on the shot is very good. So, people there. What we have there going down to their forward, Ron, you're there. Before we change anything, just check the dagger and then tap one. Down the ground, you're ready to jack it up right away.
Ça a-tu l'air mieux?
All right, here we go. Easy crowd for this one. Countdown for 3, 2, 1, go!
Or with you, Patrick. Just make sure that's juste essayer de voir s'ils sont plugués. Parce qu'ils ont l'air d'aller bien aller, là, mais... Ben, c'est les pas. Tout a l'air bonne. Moi, c'est le top, tout a l'air bon. J'ai super voir que ça peut être ici. Hey, tu peux pas dans la main, tu peux-tu l'enlever? You ready with the fire? You ready with the fire, yeah? Ça capte les roues. C'est ça. La rabaisse. Ah ben, tu peux la
Thing is
You got half the car right part.
I was still able to like man it, but it wasn't perfect.
I was noticing the groove in it. That's got to be good side blade.
That's from the body.
He's using the whole fucking track. Okay, you can get him put.
Yeah, I got him. Let's go back.
They're under 3 minutes now. All teams.
Snap for the camera.
3 minutes.
I can smell it.
Reste 40 secondes, moi je continue.
Oui, oui, oui. Vite, vite, vite. Oh, je l'ai.
Hey, mon casque, mon casque! Laisse-les faire, mon gars. Ben là, tu dois de l'attacher si c'est une question de sécurité. Un peu, je travaille pas sur le char. Non, je travaille pas sur le char.
You'll have a good chance. I know he's tough, but you still have a good chance.
All of the crews are making their way back to pit road, and it'll be set to go. Wait to field was at lap 75. That is how they will line up once again. And of course, the clock will be lap car, which is it frozen at lap 75. That is where the lap car will be frozen for the duration of the race. We will not have
Cautions after that, so totally green flag laps after this, 50 in total.
Of course, the Cornwall Motor Speedway officials will just do another quick run through of all the cars, make sure there are no wrenches or other things left lying around on the track, lug nuts, anything like that.
So the drivers are just about set to go. The crews have been cleared from the racetrack as they fire them back up. So whatever changes were made, now you got what you got, and that is it. 50 laps left of the regular season here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, and the Fat Less Chipstein Canadian National Series is on the line. Steve Bernier currently has the upper hand as Luke Whitaker is mired back there in traffic. We'll see if the changes by Whitaker will make that car better and get him to the front so he can possibly have a chance to claim his second straight series title. Field pulling away. That's that guy.
So the lap counter, as Tim was mentioning, has been frozen to lap 75. On comptera plus les neutralisations après cette relance. On comptait les neutralisations jusqu'au 75e tour. After lap 75, and cautions will not count. So it's 50 laps green for the reminder of this event. As the guys were mentioning, everyone had 10 minutes to do changes on their ride, and this is what they'll need to work with until the end of the event. As Tim Fuller will lead the way with Rabi, Steve Bernier, Carrie Terrence, Ryan Arbuthnot, and Steve Bernard now running in position number 6. Luke Whitaker in position number 11, looking to secure a second Fatless Chipstand Canadian Nationals, but they still have a lot of positions to pass with Steve Bernier. who had only 10 points behind the 38 special coming in tonight. So right now, Steve Bernier is currently in a really good position right now, in position, third position here with Steve Bernard also gaining a lot of points over Luke Whitaker. Bernard came in tonight with 25 points behind the 38 car of Whitaker. Donc présentement, Steve Bernier serait le nouveau champion de cette série si ça se termine comme ça, avec Luke Whitaker en 11e position. Steve Bernier aurait amassé suffisamment de points. Je parle au conditionnel ici, il reste encore quand même 50 tours dans cette finale. Mais Steve Bernier est en excellente position pour enlever les honneurs de l'édition 2019 de la série Canadian Nationals. Il faudra surveiller Steve Bernard, lui qui accusait quand même un retard de 25 points sur Luke Whitaker et 15 points sur Steve Bernier. Donc, il faudrait que Bernard termine plusieurs positions en avant de Bernier pour gagner cette série. Mais là, on retourne au vert. We're back to green here with Fuller taking the lead over Chris Raby, as Kerry Terrence now running in third. Steve Bernard coming to life as well right now, running in position number 5. Our 2019 track champion, Corey Wheeler, running in position number 7 with Michael Mariska in 8th. Luke Whitaker cracking the top 10 with 77 laps in the books. Fuller already has a sizable lead over the field. Fuller déjà une grande avance sur le reste du peloton. Tim, and you were mentioning earlier, he collected the 12 grand a few weeks ago here at the Speedway, looking to get another 5 into his bank account tonight here with this win here. As Fuller clicking lap number 79 on this event. As Kevin Hamel going too high, but Tim Fuller leading away on lap number 80 over Chris Raby.
Well, Tim Fuller was strong before the forced caution and the pit stop. He's on a tear right now in that 19, pulling away from the rest of the field. Raby now doing a good job as well, pulling away from the remainder of the field behind him. It's Bernier in third, Gary Terrence fourth, and Ryan Arbuthnot rounding out your top 5. Here comes Bernard and Wheeler. They're battling him back a little bit further in the pack. Now Fuller closing in on the back of the field already, as we are only at lap 82, 43 laps to go. And Tim Fuller making quick work of this one as he goes up onto the back of Mike Stacy. He'll just fly around the outside. Tim Fuller, your leader in the 19. He's got a full backstretch lead over the 0-1 of Chris Raby, who's hanging on a second right now. Bernier tucked away in third. He's leading the top point getters. Luke Whitaker trying to close the gap. Needs to get up a couple of spots. Whitaker now into the top 10. Chris Raby still hanging on a second, but it's Tim Fuller way out in front. Full backstretch lead over the 0-1 of Chris Raby. Fuller coming into turn number 4 right now as he brings it down the front stretch. Moving that car just about anywhere he wants as he puts the car down another lap. Now Chris Raby's going to have to deal with the 87 of La France. Goes around the outside of fourth. Puts him another lap down. Tim Fuller continues to lead. Now works on the outside of Lee Ladisser in the 88. Raby closing that gap just a little bit as the lap traffic slowing down Fuller, as he's got to be careful now as he picks his line as we come to lap 88, 37 laps to go. Now Fuller around Ladisser, around Lee Ladisser, puts him a lap down. Lap number 89 in the books, 36 to go. Fuller down the backstretch. Raby closing the gap as Fuller has to deal with the lap traffic. This time by the flag, it's going to be 35 laps to go.
35 to go, and Tim Fuller still in command of it. But whatever changes Chris Raby made to that race car, it has definitely woke that thing up because he is on the charge right now. The gap was almost a straightaway between Fuller and Raby at this point. It is now down to just car lengths, about 5 or 6 to be exact, as they head up off of corner number 2 and down the back stretch. Fuller working the middle portion of the speedway right now as he will slide it up off the top side in corner number 4 and down to the line. The 01 of Raby, 25 of Bernier. Gary Turan still back there for the 4 spot. Ryan Arbuthnot having a solid run again here tonight, holding on to the 5 position. Corey Wheeler is 6th, Michael Maresca 7th, Steve Bernard is 8th, Mario Claire 9th, and Luke Whitaker slowly gaining positions. He rounds out the top 10. David Hebert is 11th, 12th to Jordan McCready, 13th Jan Bouchier, 14th Kyle Dingwall, 15th J.F. Corriveau. Brianna Lannister is 16th, Brian McDonald, Matthew Boisvert, Louis Jackson Jr., Stefan LaFrance is 20th, Lee Lannister, Preston Ford, Tristan Draper, Mike Stacey, Kevin Amell, Cale Robidoux, Paul Amell, and Joey Lannister complete your field. 95 laps will be on the scoreboard this time, and that lead battle is still stabilized at about 5 car lengths as they get by Brianna Lannister. And keep in mind, Lannister led the opening 7 laps of this contest, and now she goes a lap down. So 16 drivers left on the lead lap at this point as they come down across the line. This time by, 15 remain on the lead lap as Raby will try to sneak by as Fuller continues to lead it into turn number 1. Closing in on Tristan Draper to try to put him a lap down as Raby's still working on the 15 of Brianna Lannister to get by her. Meanwhile, Steve Bernier trying to run away and hide from Kerry Terrence as Bernier holds the number 3 position. Kerry Terrence still 4th. We got a battle shaping up for the 5 spot right now. Corey Wheeler, our track champion, trying to get by another track champion 2 times over this year with Ryan Arbuthnot as they head down across the line. Tim Fuller has more cars to deal with. He's got Tristan Draper, Louis Jackson, and Mike Stacey just in front of him. He'll sneak around the top side of Louis Jackson into turn number 3. Mike Stacey right there in front of him looking for room to go as well. Bringing it across the line. 3 cars wide in front of him. And Fuller's going to nearly make it 4 wide. What a move there by Fuller to go right through the middle. Lap 100 is on the scoreboard. It's less than a regular night feature for Tim Fuller. He leads the way.
Tim Fuller toujours aux commandes de cette finale. What a move, quelle manœuvre pour Fuller ici qui a pu se détacher de 3 autres voitures dans les retardataires. Raby qui s'est rapproché, qui s'approche tranquillement du meneur avec Steve Bernier en 3e position. 24 tours à faire dans cette finale, 23 au tour suivant ici pour Fuller. Avec Terrence et puis Arbuthnot qui tient fort en 5e. Wheeler vient de le dépasser ici pour cette 5e position. Wheeler now in the top 5, passing Ryan Arbuthnot. We'll see if these 2 drivers are able to remain as Maresca is also in the mix for position 5, 6, and 7. J.F. Corriveau heading to the pits as Fuller passes the 73 of Mathieu Beauvert for that another lap car behind him. Steve Bernier also in the mix for him right now, looking to gain some more positions on the field here with 20 laps to go, 20 tours à faire pour Fuller qui a environ 4 voitures d'avance, 4-5 voitures d'avance sur Chris Raby. Steve Bernier qui s'approche du 0-1 de Raby ici, là, prend l'intérieur du tracé. Bernier closing in on Raby here for that 2nd position as they will have Mathieu Beauvert as a lap car here, lap 107, 18 laps to go. Fuller battling with Preston Forbes here for another lap car. 40-19 of Fuller. Raby in 2nd and Bernier 3rd as Mike Maresca now running in that position, and number 5 has been really strong as in the last few weeks. A few feature wins and now back in the top 5 here at the Speedway. As Tim Fuller will come in lap number 110, we'll have 15 laps to go.
With 15 laps to go, Timmy Fuller has somehow found a way to make the track shorter than everybody else. As Chris Raby hanging on to second, but here comes Bernier. Bernier, the 25 star, in third, charging it and trying to get in striking distance of Chris Raby for that number 2 spot. Tim Fuller out in front and making it look easy. He'll run the middle, the top, the bottom, whatever he needs to get around the lap traffic. And he is lapping some very good race cars right now. Tim Fuller closing in on the back end of guys like Kyle Dingwall, former track champions here. George McCready as well, Jan Boussier. These guys win everywhere they go, and Tim Fuller is just about to put them a lap down. Raby again back to about a half a track or a half a backstretch off the pace of Tim Fuller. Some traffic again in front of Fuller, but it's been that way for most of the race. As Timmy Fuller brings it around through 3 and 4 past the flag stand. This time it'll be 10 laps to go. Tim Fuller down through 1 and 2, way out in front. Got a backstretch lead over the 01 of Chris Raby. Then it's Bernier, about a half a backstretch behind Raby for third. Michael Maresca's worked himself up into the number 4 position with the 7mm. And it's Kerry Terrence hanging on to that 5th spot. Michael Maresca into 4th. Timmy Fuller, however, way out in front. He's going to work around the outside now of the 66 of Kyle Dingwall. Right up behind the 21 of Jan Boussier. Lap 118 of the book, 7 to go for Fuller. Tim Fuller having his way with the field. Anywhere he wants to drive that car, he is putting it there as we've got a car along the wall. And that will bring out the caution. If you are Chris Raby or Steve Bernier, Michael Maresca, or Kerry Terrence, this is what you needed. Because Tim Fuller was gone. He had a full backstretch lead over Chris Raby again and was stretching it out as he went through the lap traffic. So here we are at lap 119. So 6 laps remain. And again, if you're Tim Fuller, this is not what you wanted, but if you're everybody else behind him, this is what you needed, because that's the only way you were going to catch that number 19 car.
There's one car I would watch, guys, as well, is the 7mm of Michael Maresca, now running in 4th. He will have probably a good start in this next restart, so he'll be to watch for sure.
Maresca started 19th and has worked his way up, and on that pit stop, I believe he was just outside, or just inside the top 10. I think he was 10th or 9th. And now he's got himself in 4th, striking distance. but we've still got two strong cars, the 01 of Chris Raby and Steve Bernier. And we know what this could mean for Steve Bernier, guys, if he can stay into the top two here. So the lineup being told to the drivers. After 119 laps, it comes down to just 6 guys. This will be a dash.
It's going to be like that for sure, as drivers are getting relined up into the spots they're supposed to be.
On the bright side of your Tim Fuller, you know you're at least 4 laps without lap traffic.
Yeah, that's the that's kind of the thing he's looking at now. He doesn't have to deal with the lap cars. He was in a rhythm, that's for sure. But without the lap cars around him, this is going to make things a lot easier. He can kind of dictate his own pace and do what he's got to do to try to win. So.
All right, lineup's good. Tim Fuller being told on the one-way to choose a lane. He went pretty much where we thought he was going to go, Tim. Top side it is. His car is definitely stronger up there. There's been a number of cars stronger up there. And Mike Maresca pulling up out of line to cool off that right rear and maybe to say, hi, Tim, guess who's behind you?
Yeah.
Remember that big race where you took it from me on the last corner? Well, here I am.
And look at where he is. He's right there to try to take it back.
So what do you think, Timmy? Who's got it? Does Timmy Fuller walk away with it, or do we have some challengers back there?
Well, I don't know. You know, you got to look at Chris Raby. He's won a pair of track titles here, so he knows how to get it done. Of course, you know the experience of Fuller, but I think Raby, with his Cornwall experience, he might have the edge here coming down to green.
Well, here we go. It's going to come down to this on the restart. Raby gets a good restart. He's going to try to get up to that top groove, get in front of Fuller, and does. Raby, your new leader, gets in front of Fuller. They'll bring it around. There'll be 5 laps to go this time. Raby's got himself a rocket.
And he's pulling away from Tim Fuller into turn number 1 as Fuller trying to get it back as he makes his way off the top side of turn number 2. Steve Bernier right there for second. Michael Maresca and Corey Wheeler. That's your top 5 as they bring it down across the line this time by to Chris Raby. Storm back through and win this feature event. Caution back out, and Mario Claire brings out the yellow. 121 on the scoreboard.
Uh-oh. Here we go again. Now the games kick in again. Chris Raby had a good start on the bottom. Does he go from the bottom, or does he go from the top where he's strong?
Well, that's the other thing you got to look at too. Is Chris got a great restart, and it was a good start. He stayed even with Fuller like you're supposed to, and he got the job done. And we'll see what happens here on this next restart. This one's going to be the key one right here because. I believe whoever gets this restart and gets the lead is going to come out the victor here. So,
well, a couple of strong cars, 2 strong competitors. Both have won their fair share of races. Of course, Chris Raby has won the Canadian Nationals before, track champion here in Cornwall, as you mentioned. Home track advantage might come into play again. And looks like Chris is going to stay on the bottom for the restart, Tim.
Does not surprise me at all. And Chris Raby, he not only wants to win another Canadian National Series race, but he just wants to win a race here, period. He is yet to win here at Cornwall 2019. He'll roll it from the bottom. It's been nearly a year since Chris has went to victory lane. Off turn number 4. Green lights are back on, and away we go. Fuller drives it deep into the corner, but Raby's there. He pulls up in front of him, takes away the line. Into turn number 3 and 4. Michael Maresca now closing in. He's back up to the 3 spot. Off turn number 4. Raby still in control, but here comes Michael Maresca. He's trying to make his way up into the top 2 now as Steve Bernard closing the gap. He's making a late race charge. 2 to go, this time by for Chris Raby. Trying to pull off the win. It would be his first of the season as they head up into turns 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 rather, down the back straightaway. Chris Raby pulls it off of corner number 4 and down to the line. White flag in the air for Chris Raby. Chris has won a lot of races this season, but he has not won at Cornwall. Into turns 3 and 4, the Fat Last Chip Stink Canadian Nationals 125 goes to Chris Raby at Cornwall. Tim Fuller, Michael Maresca, Steve Bernard, and Steve Bernier, your top 5, and we will have to wait and see on the Canadian National Series points as Luke Whitaker not happy with Ryan Arbuthnot after the checkered. And Whitaker and Arbuthnot still not done running into one another in the pit road. So Corey Wheeler, he'll remain on track as he is going to be having a chat with Martin Belanger on his track championship. Those of you heading out of the Speedway, we sincerely appreciate you joining us here tonight and all season here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. As Corey Wheeler will park it there in the infield. The top 3 will be making their way to the infield area.
And what a way to cap a season, Timmy. A great race. Tim Fuller, Chris Raby, Michael Maresca coming on late, and Steve Bernard, the last 5 laps, drove the tires off the car to come out of 9th place into 4th and really shake things up at the top of the Fat Less Chip Stands Canadian Nationals. Bernard was 3rd coming into this evening, but behind Bernier.
Pretty impressive stuff. And right now we're waiting to the waiting on the
see who
final.
Passes the scales first.
Exactly.
Well, Michael Maresca coming out with a strong 3rd place finish this evening, and again another car that late break into the field and good charge at the end.
Tim Fuller pulling up there in the 2 spot. Just waiting on our winner, and of course they're still figuring out the points on the Canadian National Series.
Well, here comes the 0-1 of Chris Raby. Wins the final leg of the Fat West Chip Stand Canadian Nationals. His only win at the Cornwall Motor Speedway this year, and boy, did he pick a big one. And we're going to send his trackside Martin Belanger down there, and I'm sure he's going to be very happy.
Chris Raby looking here, getting his congratulations from his girlfriend Emily here in the winner's circle. One of his big wins of 2019, the Mohawk Track champion. He can hear you, the 0-1 of Chris Raby, your Fatless Canadian National champ, well, not champion, but winner here tonight. Chris, congratulations. That last restart, you were able to get past Tim Fuller here. Fuller seems to be the guy to beat, but you still had something for him.
Yeah, the car was really good tonight. You know, it feels really good to win on a slick racetrack like it was tonight. So, you know, hats off to my whole team. You know, Mark Legault and Stéphane Gauthier, they worked their tails off this week on this car all week long, and had a poor result Friday for them, but happy to rebound tonight, and got to thank my dad for coming down all weekend as well.
Rebound is a good word here, a key word here for Cornwall this season. It's been a tough year here, but being able to get that tonight here to close out the year must be feeling great, especially there's a lot of big races coming into the fall.
Yeah, I think we're only going to do one more show this year, just budget-wise, but you know, a great way to cap off the season here at Cornwall. We've definitely struggled, so feels good to put it in victory lane tonight. All
right, so congratulations on your win. The 0-1 of Chris Raby, the Canadian Nationals winner here tonight. I'll go speak to the second place finisher, the 19 of Timmy Fuller, and also Michael Maresca, the top three here tonight. Go see Tim Fuller here. Tim, congratulations on that second. You had the car to beat here tonight. That lap 119, the caution played in favor of Chris Raby here tonight.
Yeah, I think the bottom was probably the place to be. I didn't know. And, you know, we always restart here on the top just to keep the momentum up. But now he kept a little bit of a wheel there on me, and he took off, and we come down the straightaway side by side, and he sent it in there. So he did a good job, and I didn't realize it was double file restarts all the way there to the end, but a second sucks, but what do you do?
Anyone you would like to thank on this great effort here tonight?
St. Lawrence Radiology, and you know, Danielle comes all the way down from Quebec. He's here again, and Tom and Buddy are here, and you know, second.
All right, congratulations on that second. Tim Fuller finishing second here tonight. I'll go speak to Michael Maresca. Mike, your car came alive in that final portion of the event. You started 19 up to third here at Cornwall. Must be pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. You know, we started 19th, and you know, I really want a bottle of liquor, so I said I got to get to the top three. You know what I mean? So we just kept driving, and we made a couple change of tires and ground the tires. My guys did an awesome job. So made a couple little adjustments, didn't change the car, and just changed the way I drove a little bit. Got up to third, and I would have liked a couple more laps. Last week, or that 150 lap, Tim got me way down on the bottom, so obviously I had that stuck in my head, and I went down there and made some passes down there, so I would have liked to had the opportunity to do that on them guys a little bit, but good job to Chris. He's had a tough year, and to get the big win at the end of the year is pretty good for him, so congratulations.
So congratulations on your third, Mike, and yes, there's a bottle waiting for you at the podium. So Mike Maresca finishing third here tonight in the Canadian Nationals. I'll go speak to our 2019 track champion here, Corey Wheeler. We didn't have the chance to speak on September 1st. Corey, congratulations. I know you waited for this for a long time. I know you wanted to win in front of these guys on September 1st, but you were probably the only guy that was praying for rain on that night.
I don't know if we were praying, but when it happens, it's not a terrible thing. But it feels a lot better to race it out, and you know, tonight we saw the outcome, so I guess it is what it is, and it was certainly a fun race and a challenging race and lots of good competition out there.
It's been a good year for you. You won here early on this year, and you were able to secure against a really competitive field. So I know there's a lot of people you want to thank for this great championship here at Cornwall.
If I went through all the names, we'd be here all night. I got so many great friends, family, and I got the big guy Melville Ladd looking from the sky, so that's pretty special. You can't replace the team we got. We're just a little team. Some guys got names for us. We're the Little Rascals. We're Six Pack. We got them all, but we're a lot of fun. So they work hard and they have a lot of heart.
I'm pretty sure we'll have a good time at the banquet in January.
I've been known to dance a little.
All right, so congratulations, and I'll wish you luck for the rest of the fall. I know you're third in the points, so in the dirt car series, so there's long ways to go for you guys until having a break.
Yeah, we're going to pull the motor out tomorrow, ship it off, and then we're going to try and do the entire dirt tour with one car. So we're going to go at it again and see what happens.
All right, so congratulations on that championship. Big round of applause for your 2019 track champion, the 47S of Corey Wheeler. On switch to French. Je vais aller m'adresser à Steve Bernier, qui était confirmé champion de la série Fatless Chip Stand Canadian Nationals. Steve, on sait que t'aimes vraiment venir courir ça à Cornwall. Tu t'es battu pour la 3e, 4e, 5e position ce soir. Là. Une piste quand même difficile avec des bons pilotes comme toujours dans ces séries-là. Là.
Oui, au début de la course, on y allait tranquillement. J'avais une très bonne voiture. Un petit accrochage avec Terrence maintenant en sortant de la 2. À partir de là, l'auto était pas mal moins bonne, mais je venais à bout de garder la cadence en 3e, mais à la fin, la voiture ne voulait plus rien.
Est-ce qu'on a fait des ajustements nécessaires pour essayer de rester avec ces gars-là puis essayer d'aller chercher à l'avant? Tu sais, habituellement, tu es toujours parmi le top 5, même tu as récolté plusieurs victoires ici cette saison.
Oui, écoute, on a essayé au pit stop, on a essayé de faire un petit plaster pour compenser, mais c'était dans la conduite en avant, puis c'était pas réparable. Fait que, mais je suis quand même content. Puis l'équipe a travaillé fort. On a réussi à gagner le Canadien national. Fait que j'en suis très fier.
Donc, félicitations pour ça, Steve. Puis espérons te voir en 2020. On avait déjà parlé, mais peut-être en 2020 comme régulier, ça à Cornwall pour peut-être venir chercher justement le championnat que Wheeler a été chercher cette saison.
Oui, peut-être. On regarde ça durant l'hiver. Un gros merci.
All right. Merci beaucoup. Steve Bernier, qui est le champion de la série Canadian Nationals. He's your 2019 Canadian Nationals champion. So, guys, back up to you after these 5 interviews for the final words. Bon, traduction maintenant avec commencer par le 0-1 de Chris Raby qui remporte la victoire. Il dit oui, ça a été vraiment une saison difficile pour nous du côté de Cornwall. On va chercher la victoire. Le tour 119 qui a été la clé pour lui, qui était cherché Tim Fuller dans la victoire. Il dit j'ai eu une excellente voiture tout au long de la soirée. J'avais vraiment confiance en mes moyens. J'ai pu aller chercher la victoire ce soir. Donc, Chris Raby qui remporte une première victoire ici cette saison. Une des plus importantes de la saison également, donc pour lui qui était chercher la victoire. Ensuite, Tim Fuller qui termine deuxième. Écoute, Tim Fuller était très déçu de sa deuxième position. Il dit deuxième, c'est deuxième. Il dit, il a dit en anglais, le second place sucks, mais il dit quand même heureux. Pas très heureux d'avoir terminé deuxième. Il dit chapeau à Chris Raby qui a été chercher la victoire, qui a réussi à dépasser, qui a réussi à me dépasser. Donc pour lui qui termine deuxième, n'était vraiment pas satisfait de cette deuxième position. En troisième position, Michael Maresca qui est parti 19e, avait vraiment la voiture à battre ce soir. Donc semblait, il aurait, comme il mentionnait, il dit j'avais en tête le 150e tour. Il dit quand Fuller m'a dépassé à l'intérieur, puis il était capable d'aller chercher les pilotes à la fin de celle-ci. Donc Mike Maresca qui termine au 3e rang ce soir. Et du chapeau à Chris Raby pour sa victoire. Il dit ça a été vraiment une saison difficile pour lui, mais comme somme toute très heureux d'avoir remporté, d'avoir terminé au 3e rang. Puis, vous voyez évidemment la voiture 47S de Corey Wheeler qui termine cette année au premier rang du championnat ici du côté de Cornwall en modifié. Donc, Corey Wheeler, qui est très heureux d'avoir gagné ce championnat-là. Il dit on est vraiment une petite équipe, il dit on n'est pas beaucoup, puis il dit chapeau à eux. Là, ils ont travaillé extrêmement fort tout au long de la saison pour me donner une voiture compétitive. Puis là, on parle évidemment, là, j'ai fait mention, là, Corey Wheeler est reconnu pour avoir beaucoup de plaisir lors des banquets. Puis j'ai comme l'impression que son championnat cette saison va être fêté de belle façon du côté de Cornwall au mois de janvier. Il dit oui, je suis reconnu pour danser un petit peu. Donc, Corey Wheeler qui va aller chercher ce championnat. Puis il mentionnait aussi qu'on va travailler extrêmement fort. Là, on envoie le moteur pour un refresh au cours des prochains jours pour être fin prêt pour le reste de la saison. Là, qui sont présentement 3e dans le championnat Dirt Car. 3,58 pour Corey Wheeler qui termine au 3e rang. Pas 3e rang, mais qui gagne le championnat ici du côté de Cornwall. Puis évidemment, vous avez entendu les commentaires de Steve Bernier qui a remporté la finale du Canadian Nationals. Donc, c'est ce qui complète notre reportage de ce soir ici du côté de Cornwall. Évidemment, on vous dit merci pour nous avoir suivis tout au long de la saison sur 360nitro.tv. On vous invite à nous suivre tout au long de l'automne. Évidemment, le Super Dirt Week s'en vient rapidement. Donc, vous avez déjà vu plusieurs textes de notre collègue Steve Briand. Moi-même, je vais faire plusieurs textes également. Steve Briand, moi-même, on devrait être du côté de Super Dirt Week lors du dimanche pour les 3 dernières finales. Puis, suivez-nous sur 360nitro.tv. Il y a plusieurs événements qui viennent, qu'on va couvrir au cours de l'automne. Donc, suivez-nous de près. Puis, c'est Martin Bélanger qui vous dit merci pour nous avoir suivis encore une fois tout au long de la saison. Du côté de Cornwall, c'est avec 360nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Comme pilote de drift professionnel, mes résultats sont basés sur des chiffres. Pour créer de bons calculs, un seul produit a toute ma confiance. Le survolteur d'octane Lucas Oil. Il permet d'augmenter la puissance et ainsi provoquer de la fumée dans chacun des virages sur la piste. Mais il faut savoir se retenir en dehors des circuits. Faites du survolteur d'octane Lucas Oil une habitude pour votre moteur.
Actuellement, Lou est contrarié. Il cherche désespérément à récupérer ce qui lui tient le plus à cœur, la tablette 360.
Donne-moi la tablette. Non. Donne-moi la tablette. Non. Donne-moi la tablette.
Présentement, Loïc bouille énormément en dedans de lui. Son frère lui a pris la tablette 360.
Moi qui apprends.
Hey!
Penses-tu vraiment que papa, il va écouter 360 Nitro.tv?
Pas sûr.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Devenez supporter 360. Pour seulement 10 $ annuellement pour supporters personnels, les supporters réguliers recevront un autocollant 360 Nitro.tv personnalisé à leur nom. Et pour les supporters affaires, pour seulement 50 $ annuellement, l'affichage inclura un lien vers votre site Internet. Tous les détails sur le 360nitro.tv.
Allez, fais comme moi, deviens un supporter 360. Allez vite, fais comme moi, deviens un supporter 360. Si elle est capable, vous autres aussi.